Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Christopher Healy, author of the upcoming book, What's So Special About You? And it's been seen by the reviews as brilliant, groundbreaking in its impact, authentic, authoritative, and awesome. This is what's coming out. But here is the breaking news. Wow, I feel like, welcome to the Crowd1 Breaking News Network. Okay, so what is the breaking news? There's a few things that I need to go over real quick before we get on to part 2 of why Crowd1 is not a scam. This is part 2, so you're on the right video. Okay, so first up, 3 million people are now officially into Crowd1. 3 million, and it's going to go to 3,000,000, and that got to 4 million, but we're on to 3 million now. Okay, let's move on. They've come out with Crowd1, they're setting up their TV network, their broadcasting network, their broadcasting areas to be able to be live streaming events. Check this out. Crowd1's first global live stream event and Epic Lotto, they'll be coming up into here and coming out broadcasting straight to you. We've taken over the recording studios and event venues with the latest interactive technology to deliver first-class entertainment. Wow, first-class entertainment? Yeah. These guys are setting up for a big broadcasting out to 3 million, 8 million, 10 million, 50 million. This is going to be the nerve center of broadcast communication. You want to keep your group moving in the right direction, you need to have a central communication set up first. This is what they're doing. This will be broadcasting. Right now, it's going to be simple, but they'll be broadcasting at some point. They're going to be broadcasting 24/7. Think about it. 100 million people, 200 million people, they're setting up the broadcasting station. This is called investment. This is called growth. This is called, they know something that maybe we all don't realize. So I'll tell it to you. They're expanding in a huge global way. They're preparing for a huge reality. Okay? So this is where they are. Let's move on. This is good news, by the way. Here's a broadcast that came out. Okay? Millions of dollars in cash prizes. They're coming out with the lottery. Okay? The lottery system. The current global situation has caused delays and scam, we knew you were a scam. No. Hello? 1.5 billion people are affected by this COVID-19. The current global situation has caused delays and shutdowns in multiple industries and countries around the world. However, Crowd1 is working around the clock to get all of its launches out, particularly the Epic One Lotto. Okay? The launch will happen 4 weeks from now. Therefore, the launch will happen 4 weeks from now at the end of April 2020. We want to make sure all our amazing members in countries everywhere can do just that. Play together and win together. So they may have to roll back a few things because of the COVID-19. For example, if they have people here all gathering on the stage to do the lotto stuff, that's not going to be a good thing, okay, health-wise. So things have to be a little bit on hold. So all the scammers that are going to jump out and say, we know it's a scam because they never met their deadline, let's beware, okay? They've explained it, and it's perfectly legitimate. Let's move on now. Let's go to this big one. This was sent to me this morning. Whoa. Crowd1, invest in Crowd1 at your own risk. Oh my goodness, this is bad news. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. Should we look closer? First off, it's the Daily Nation. It's a newspaper. It came out Friday, April 3rd. Right across, it's a national newspaper, which means tens of millions of people are going to see this article and be warned. Tens of millions will see it, talk about it, blah, blah, blah. Other newspapers will pick up on this and they'll broadcast it in their national news, right across the country. A big warning. So let's see what they're really on about. It's very obvious. Take a look. Look at this. scam. Right off the bat, it's a scam. Online firm under investigation in Norway. Didn't we cover that the last time? Yes, we did. Burundi government has closed its operations. Now, remember what I told you? We went through the investigation into Norway. We went through the whole investigation into Norway, and it was nothing. Why are they still promoting it, guys? Plus, the 300 people that were arrested, that were really 17 people, and really what it came down to was the Burundi government does not appreciate nor like the fact that Crowd1 or any company is dealing in cryptocurrency. What's cryptocurrency? Digital money. Oh, yeah. But that's there. So look at it. We're going to put together a newspaper article. We're going to get Mr. Simon Curie here to write it up. You know what we should do? Let's put a blue thing here. Oh, let's do the Norway investigation and the Burundi government. That will really solidify in the readers' minds that this is a bad company. Who's making that decision? Anybody we know? Anybody we don't know? Who the heck is making that decision to put that up there? And then, why would you make that decision? If I've already proven to you that this is fake news and that's fake news, why do they continue to do this? Did the reporter do his investigation thoroughly? No. Well, wait a minute. Aren't newspapers supposed to tell the truth? Yes. Don't they tell the truth? Maybe. Sometimes. It's Friday, April 3rd. That's the truth. There's got to be some truth in here. Well, we'll find out. But let's just look at that. Boom, boom, right off the bat. And it's under the scam. So they've told us, before we read anything, they've told us to get out. So now, invest in Crowd1 at your risk, warns the CMA. So the digital platform has been wooing... Whoa, wait a minute. They actually got it right. So, wow, it's truthful. Hoo-hoo! Digital platform have been wooing clients to buy packages promising them hefty dividends. First off, it's not dividends. Dividends is a legality. It's a legal term used and connected to the word shares. Crowd1 specifically tells all its members, we're not dealing in dividends, we're not dealing in shares, we're dealing in owner rights, okay? And the payouts, the residuals, are not dividends. They're payouts. They're Crowd1 rewards. But we don't use the word dividends. So why is the newspaper using the word dividends? Let's keep reading on. Wow. I'll make this quick, to the best of my ability. Capital Markets Authority, CMA, Capital Markets Authority, what they're saying is Crowd1 has not licensed themselves through our country. You're not licensed. So you shouldn't be doing this, even though you're an international company. Okay. Down here, the platform has been wooing potential clients with the promise, mark that word, promise, that it is linked to global gaming companies. Look at that line. These guys are telling people, this is Crowd1, the promoters have been saying, they've been making the promise that they are linked to gambling companies. The promise. Promise? Okay, so let me stop right there, right off the bat. It's not a promise. These are the actual gambling companies that Crowd1 is connected to. It's not a promise, friend, Mr. Simon Curie. It's not a promise. If you just go to a Philgo, you will see that Come On, Kodiri, SBA, and Premier Bet are actual legal partners, which means you're false reporting. Now, come on, Mr. Journalist. That's not a promise, man. That's called fact. Oh, well, then who the heck are these? Tiny little companies? No. Check it out. India, this Come On here, this is one of the biggest, I think the biggest gambling company in all of India. 1.2 billion people. Huge. Kodiri, Hello, these guys, huge, massive, they sponsor the soccer team Real Madrid. This is huge. Premier Bet all over the world. It's called huge. SBA, I don't know. I'm assuming they're huge too. But the point is, you're saying they promise that they are linked with, promise that they are connected with. No, they are actually linked and connected. Signatures agreed, handshakes made. We're partners. The Betting Control and Licensing Board said it is not approved partnership with Crowd1. So what they're saying is Crowd1 is acting out of its boundaries. Crowd1, you're an online company wheeling and dealing with individual people within our country. And what are you wheeling and dealing in? You're wheeling and dealing in cryptocurrency, man. Something called Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency. What the heck is cryptocurrency? This is the digital money. That's what there's really behind. See, look. If Crowd1 does not regulate themselves with this government, with this banking organization, they can't track how you are spending. They can't track how you spend your money. And if they can't track how you spend your money, they can't tax you. Now, that's not fair, says the multi-billionaire. Right. So you can have a phone and you can do a deal with Crowd1 and you can get your people in your place, your house, across the street to do business with you, and you can actually make some money, but we can't tax that? That's called cheating, my friend. Oh, really? Yeah, really? Okay, all right. No, it's true. It's true. They got laws. Got to respect the laws. I'm all for that. But really, this should be rewritten. Crowd1 is wheeling and dealing legitimately, and people in this country are buying in, and we don't like it because we're not making any money off this. Wow. Okay, that's at least would be more the truth than what the crap is that they're putting here. So this paper, well, because of the COVID-19, in Canada, they're fighting, pulling hair up because they don't have toilet paper. So if you have this paper, and you do, whoever you are, you can use this if you run out of toilet paper. That's what I would suggest you use. It's crap. Okay? Dead, buried. You're going to see this again. Here's what gets me. This is a national newspaper. Did this guy come up with this idea? Maybe. Did this guy come up with the idea of doing this and doing this? Editorial decisions? This is editorial decisions. The editors of the newspaper. Why would the editors of the newspaper want to do this? One, to look after all of those people that they probably really don't care about at all. Or two, to look after the interests of the people that keep the newspaper in line, that keep the newspaper afloat. I don't know. All I know is who's ever making these decisions to put this writing up like this is trying to convince you of lies, of fake news. The truth is, they don't want cryptocurrency being regulated. They want it regulated. They don't like the fact that you're using it because they can't tax you. We're going to move on. Crowd1, not a scam. Okay, before we begin, the Global Future, guys, is coming out. That's my video that's going to be coming out. It's going to be jaw-dropping. Make sure that you've subscribed and you will see where we're going. And little countries like that, you'll see why they're so afraid. Actually, let me go through this. Kenya's markets regulator to clamp down on online currency brokers. Again, when you read the article, what it is, oh, I clicked on this. I thought, uh-oh, don't tell me this is Crowd1. No, this is just something else connected to a completely different story. But again, they're saying that it's regulatory, it's this whole Bitcoin thing. So let's click on the Bitcoin. Countries where Bitcoin is legal and illegal. What? So some countries say it's okay, some countries say it's not okay. Okay? And essentially, look, if you read it, the peer-to-peer digital currency Bitcoin, and there's other digital currencies out there as well, but we're focusing on Bitcoin, made its debut in 2009. A new era of cryptocurrency. While tax authorities, enforcement agencies, and regulators worldwide are still debating the best practices, one pertinent question is Bitcoin legal or illegal? The answer is it depends on the location and the activity of the user. So in Burundi, they say it's illegal, and if you're doing it, you can be arrested. In the country next door, they could be saying it's fine. See? So it's not saying that Crowd1 is doing illegal activities. It's the whole cryptocurrency issue that is at the bottom of this. Bitcoins are not issued, endorsed, or regulated by any central bank. Damn! The central banks don't have control, man. They don't have control of it. This really irks them because for how long? How long? 300 years, they've had iron fist control. Bitcoins, cryptocurrency, they're having a hard time controlling it, so they don't like it. This is the truth. It's right here. Instead, they've created through a computer-generated process known as mining. In addition to being a cryptocurrency unrelated to any government, Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer payment system. Peer-to-peer means I can send you Bitcoins and you can send me Bitcoins peer-to-peer. That does not exist in physical form. As such, it offers a convenient way to conduct border transactions with no exchange rate fees, which means me sending cryptocurrency to you and you send a cryptocurrency to me leaves this guy out. This guy has to go find another job because he would charge fees. So the cost of me sending it to you and you sending it to me actually goes down, which makes it cheaper. We don't need the middleman. And the middlemen do not like this because the middlemen are connected to the central banks. Oh, what does all that ultimately mean? They can't tax you. Let's move on down. The green shows you the countries that say yes to cryptocurrency. Yes, yes, no, 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 no. These colors, as I understand it, the reds are hostile. Yellow is contentious. They're still debating. India was debating up until, a month ago when India's Supreme Court finally recognized Bitcoin as a legitimate currency. So this has now gone green. In here, the gray, I don't know. It's not for, it's not dead against. Burundi's dead against it. I'm not sure where Burundi is, but I know they're dead against it. But the gray ones, who knows? At some point, though, the rest of these countries are going to have to wake up to the reality that Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, is a real trading value. So, if Crowd1 is dealing with this country here, and this country or that country is hostile to Crowd1, it's because Crowd1 is using cryptocurrency. So here's what's really going on. The debates of do we allow cryptocurrency or do we not? Boom, the main event. Armstrong Will. Let's look at this. He's got 58,946 views as about 5 minutes ago. 602 agree with him. 568 do not agree with him. That's like this 54 votes or so that are just ahead. So this is almost neck and neck. There's a lot of people that disagree with what he's saying. So for 19 minutes, he is going through and he is making accusations. Mr. Armstrong Will is offering clear proof, his words, his interpretation, clear proof, what he calls clear proof, and I now have to go through, because I am at liberty to respond, and I am now going to respond to what he is saying. But there's 58,000, almost 59,000 people that are seeing this. This is out of date. And what gets me about this is that he could easily go on to Crowd1 and look and spend 10 minutes of research and realize just how out of date he really is. He says it's not clear how they make their money. It is clear how they make their money. They make their money by selling the packages. In the package, they're going to be offering the owner rights. Okay? They're also offering in that package the educational products, 2 values. Now, just the owner rights alone, we know, are going to be paid out in May 18th and onwards. So they have become valuable. The educational products are valuable primarily at this stage towards real estate. Have you ever been told a thing? I know I was, 1,000,000 times. You want to make money, son? Get into real estate. So guess what? You got the real estate products right there. But for me, that's limited because we're talking crowd power. I want to see more educational stuff on how to develop crowd power, on how to develop my crowd networking skills. That would be really beneficial, and I'm sure they're working on that. So how do they make their money? They make their money off people do that recruiting, yes. And those people are making money off that as well. That's called commissions. Now, they're making their money off the affiliate gambling. And that payout will be coming in May and then June onwards. So we know how they're making their money. Let's move on. Okay, so I had to cut for a moment to get this screen here. So let's just be clear. I want to show you this. Because he mentions about secret partner. Okay, so he's going to mention about the secret partner. And if I go here, what he did was, Armstrong Will, is he went to scamadvisor.com and he put Crowd1 into Scam Advisor. So let's just take a look. And in Scam Advisor, we get this guy's name. Forgive me, I can't pronounce it that well. Piscopanus Stelius, the secret guy. So let's just go here first. People checked on Scam Advisor to see how real they are. What? Yeah. Look how ugly it gets. And look what I found. Scam Advisor, what? Is a scam. Oh, wow. Is there anything I can trust on the internet anymore? Is anything real on the internet? Am I real? Well, no, I'm not digital. I know I'm real. I know I'm trustable. Scam Advisor is a big AdSense scam. What? So what you're saying is that this one that Armstrong Will uses is actually a scam? How is that possible? Come on, give me a break. Well, let's check, shall we? Hi, community. Just to share, I realized a site called Armstrong... so I was looking at this. A site called... whatever that is, I have no idea. I realized a site called scamadvisor.com. It seems like it's helping people to spot a scam. But after some testing, I looked through their site and I suspect this is a scam. Here's how it works. Using fake figure and fake criteria to confuse users and make them psychologically believe that it's true, they use a common scanning tool and generated some generic information about a site, then use unfair, misleading criteria to rate the site. What does it ultimately come down to? Let's take a look. They had shown no respect to other legitimate businesses and damaged their reputation and hard works. So what they're doing is, I would put that company's name into Scam Advisor. Scam Advisor, depending, let's go to AdSense. What this guy is saying is, they're using fake figures to confuse people and make them believe that it's true. They're using misleading criteria. And they move them in a different direction to what's been approved. Wow. So you know what that means? When Armstrong Will puts the information into Scam Advisor, we can't even acknowledge that it's even legitimate in the first place. That completely destroys the argument right then and there. However, we will move on. Let's look at this guy here. And I'm sorry if this guy wanted to be a... the The secret guy, who's the secret guy? If indeed this guy even is a secret guy, it's called a private investor. See, I have 3 companies. Because I have 3 companies doesn't mean I'm illegal. It's legal to have 3. You can have as many as you want. In one of those companies, and I'm not going to say which one, I have a private investor. The private investor, when I first approached him or her, looked at it and said, wow, this is super fantastic. I like where you're going with this business plan. I will invest so much money. Okay, so they invest money, but I don't want to be involved. I don't want my face. I don't want just nothing. Just there's a private investor, and then they go about their business. Once a year, when I'm doing all the tax stuff, they see how much they lost, how much they won, and blah, 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 blah. I have control of everything else. That's not illegal. Look at the private investor. I don't know what other things he's invested in, and that's okay. That's called legal. Okay? So, the sneaky guy, and why it's a scam, is a private investor. And I apologize for having to bring the man out into the open, but people are using this as a reason to say it's a scam. Therefore, I have to be able to say, go to LinkedIn. Here's the man here. Ta-ta. That's his face. I have to. Who's this guy? He's a legitimate businessman operating legitimate businesses in the financial world. He saw a deal, if that was even true, and he's invested into it. That doesn't mean Crowd1 is a scam. It does not mean that this person is a scam. What it means is other people are using it as an excuse to convince you that it's a scam. And why would they do that? So I'm going to turn this off now because I'm finished with that. And I'm going to bring myself back to... I have to take my glasses off. I'm dying here. They're not investing the money. Hey guys, I know it's a scam, he says, because they're not investing the money. They're not investing the money. Wow, where do I even begin with that? Let's look. This is Mixter, which he says is a dead site. They're investing in this. This commercial alone, if you watch it, would have cost them unbelievable amounts of money. Not only that, a Philgo, to make the agreements with these partners would have cost money. We're talking legal lawyers to be able to get everybody to agree, to fill in all the licensing, all the regulatory things that have to be approved and legalized and stamped and ticked off. That's called investment, my friend. That is called investment. Plus, Crowd1, the lotto. This is a new thing that's coming out. That's called investment. There's investment. As you go on down the line, there's investment after investment after investment. They've come out with the new TV studios. That's called investment. They've even redone their entire website. That's called investment. So where you're saying they have no investment, they come out with the Q card, the little Q thing. Hold your phone up. That's called investment in technology. So you're completely out of date, man. Let's move on. So he says that the website is not really active. The website is not active. There's 3 million people using this website. It is all active and interactive. Of course it's active. Let's move on. That's garbage. Mixter has no page with nothing on it. Mixter does have a page, and they are developing it. But you know what? Before they get to Mixter, they're bloody coming out with this. They're working on 2 or 3 things at once. Plus, they've got a Philgo up and going. Right? It's all up and going. A Philgo is there, man. It's there. It's all operational. 3 million people are using it now. You need to update your site, sir. Let's move on. They're collecting money from people. Oh, wow. See, this is the one. They're collecting money from people. No, that's incorrect. People are purchasing the pack. And in the pack, Crowd1 offers them the values. So it's called... You pay me some money and I offer you the value. It's not collecting money. It's a fair trade. When you sign up into Crowd1, you get a red tag. That red tag holds your place for 9 days. You got 9 days to review the site, and then if you decide to buy a pack, you can. Now think about that. Armstrong Will does not mention that reality. It's not, oh, they're collecting and they're taking. They're allowing you. You can put your name in and get in there with just your name, and that place is held for 9 days while you investigate, while you research, and you come to a sensible, educated decision as to whether to buy in or to let it out, to let it go. And after 9 days, your red package will just evaporate. Scam company would not do that. These guys are allowing you 9 days. That's plenty of time to make a decision. So that's another reason why it's not a scam. Plus, know your customer. What is that? Well, this is, I would hold up my license information or my passport information and get it photographed, and that goes into their logs, into their cybersecurity station, as they know who I am. So any transactions I do, they know that it's coming or going from Christopher Healy or to Christopher Healy. They know who I am. They got all their information, okay? The reason they have this is because they have to comply with the rules of the European Union. Because there's money coming and going. It all has to be legalized. It all has to be cleared. Scam companies don't do this. This is legitimate. Let's move on. You will only be successful if the people below you recruit others. It's encouraging you. Here's my review. So he's saying you'll only be successful if the people below you recruit. Well, yeah, this is true. The sales guy who's selling vacuum cleaners will only be successful if he sells vacuum cleaners. Now look, but let's look at the wording. For me to be successful in Crowd1, I have to do a number of things. I've got to be able to train my people so they can go out and talk and share the business model to other people and bring them on. I get commissions from that. I also get the owner rights. And as the payouts, or those owner rights will get transformed into Crowd1 rewards. As the payouts come out from May onwards, I will be collecting money through those Crowd1 rewards, those points. The more people I bring on, and each one that buys in, they're getting their owner rights, they're getting their own access to the platform, which gives them the educational products, which gives them the access to the lotto that's coming out, access to a Philgo, access to Mixter, and access to all the other products that are coming down the line. There's value going down into that 99 euros coming in. I build myself up. If I want to be successful, I have to get my team people below me to learn how to make money so they can be what? Successful. And for them to be successful, they have to train people to be able to train people so they can become successful. Successful, successful, successful. The person above me, successful. What I see is people are being encouraged to be able to train and teach a business model of success to be able to help them get up and out of poverty. What the hell is wrong with that? Well, according to you, there's a lot wrong with it. According to the banks, there's a lot wrong with it. Wow. It's sad when people are trying to train and coach and teach people on how to be successful. And other people are saying, that's wrong, that's a scam. I can't be successful unless I teach you how to be successful. What the hell is wrong with that? Oh, only the people at the top make the money. No, I'm making money. I'm nowhere near the top. I'm making money. And the guy below me, I got a really good guy below me. His name is Joe. Won't give you the rest of his name. Joe, he's doing gangbusters. I'm getting a little bit off him, but he's getting tons. And the people that he's bringing on, because he's training and teaching and actively working it. Then you got the other guy who puts 99 euros in and he's doing absolutely nothing. I send him emails. He does nothing. I could probably get on an airplane, fly through COVID-19 hotspots, land, get a taxi to his house, knock on his door and say, for crying out loud, why aren't you answering your emails? Oh, I don't know. I just bought it and didn't do anything with it because I figured you're going to make me $1 million. Now that guy, Mr. Armstrong will, that guy, I agree with you, sir, he will make almost nothing. He actually does get owner rights, a little bit of owner rights every single week. Minuscule. But the rest of us that are working it and building our networks, we are making money. And the person above me will benefit from that as well. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not illegal. That's not a scam. That's people learning to work together and build something constructive together where we all get something. Wow. Enough with this. I'm going to move on. So now take a look at this. Now I'm going to play this video and we're going to listen carefully to what he says.
I have seen somewhere in their privacy policy where they say that there is no guarantee that you're going to earn any money from these things, guys. Let me just show you. Here is their privacy policy, guys. As you can see, this is Crowd1. Here is their privacy policy. If you read here, you can see that they say that there is no guarantee you're going to earn any money. They see here, I hope you can read here. They say there is absolutely no guarantee that you...
Okay. So he's saying, he's basing the fact, oh, Crowd1 is a scam, guys, because they don't offer a guarantee that you're going to make money. Okay, let's read it. There is absolutely no guarantee that you will earn money or make profits, and your ownership rights may lose all their value. That's why they're a scam, guys. No. That is called a legal disclaimer written by lawyers to protect the company. Even if you look at Amazon, you must know Amazon, right? Amazon has affiliate people that work for Amazon and they send customers to Amazon. Amazon, in their affiliate sign up, Amazon, when you go through the rules and regulations with Amazon, Amazon has a legal disclaimer that says, listen, you can make lots of money, but we're not guaranteeing you will. If I'm watching a TV commercial that's talking about finance, you'll see the little line underneath. These facts and figures do not necessarily mean they'll be the same for you. It's a legal disclaimer. So how, in all honesty, how in all truth, can you say a legal disclaimer is a reason as to why you would call that company a scam? Tell me one company on planet Earth that actually 100% in stone guarantees you will make anything, and they have no escape routes, no protection inside their disclaimers. Nothing at all. There's no legal entity on the planet that would do that. Okay, so we are coming to the end. Let me just finish this off. So I've gone through his points and I have conclusively shown each one to be factually incorrect or out of date. So, if all those 58,000 people now get this video, they'll understand the truth. And the truth is what? Well, we've gone through all of that. The truth is, Crowd1 is real. I told you way back, all the roads are going to come back to this. Crowd1's head office is in Madrid. As such, Crowd1 has had to legally comply with all European rules of fair trade practices, business operations, labor laws, safety regulations, including but not limited to all transparency laws and strict compliance and taxation rules, regulations and laws as set down by the European Union. Crowd1 is a legal company operating a legal business. Crowd1 technology, the tax number is there. It is approved. It's real. It's legitimate. It's over. I've answered it all. Crowd1 is a legitimate company operating legitimate business. The question you should be asking is, why would so many go against like fake news. Well, some of them are making money off it. Remember what I told you? The bait and catch. They put the headline out there. They know everybody's after Crowd1. There's the Crowd1 headline. You tick the headline. You come to the site and they try to sell you their own stuff. That's version A. The other version is that Crowd1's pissed off a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are not happy with Crowd1. Why? Well, for example, there's a lot of multi-level marketing people that were working for other companies. And when they realized that Crowd1 was offering 5 levels of compensation, they quit. Because they were getting more money by working with Crowd1 than what they would by working with these other companies. That's ticked off a lot of people. Plus, there's this whole cryptocurrency thing, which gets really in depth. The more I researched it, it gets really ugly in different areas. Not just for Crowd1, but any company that's wheeling and dealing in cryptocurrency. There's a lot of countries that don't want to take in cryptocurrency for whatever their reasons are, and some of them are, we can't tax you, we can't control you. But they're against Crowd1. Crowd1 is gaining enormous success with people. Once Crowd1 starts the payouts, people are going to be able to say, oh, wow, you see, it is a real company, it's really paying out. And I'm telling you, tens of millions are going to be joining Crowd1 like never before. Crowd1 is setting up its studios. They're getting ready to broadcast. They're getting ready to do what they're doing. They're getting ready on a huge scale because there's huge amounts of people joining. This bothers other players. And I'll go into that more in my next video. The future of Crowd1. Thank you so much for your time. If you've gone through this, you are amazing. We got through it together. There's a little fist stump. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.